Patty Knifer. I'm here with my sweep horse, Callie. I'm a member of the Sweep Riders of the Sierra. What the Sweep Riders do is we assist with communication on the trail. We sweep behind the last horses in an endurance ride, like the Tevis ride, and we provide the ears and the eyes to let the ride management know what's going on the trail. So typically we're there in case of an accident, in case of when communication is needed, and we can let our management of the ride know what's going on the trail. We're not specifically there to rescue or to provide first aid, but we're there to show what's going on at the tail end of the ride so that the management can prepare for the rest of the ride.
I'm one of the two communications guys here at this particular checkpoint. This is the Chicken Hawk checkpoint just above Forest Hill. And my responsibility is to send all the information about arriving riders and leaving riders and horses so that information can all be posted on the website that is active all during the race so that people can see where every horse is.
There are teams that ride various sections of the trail, and we provide radio communication and feedback to the ride management, to the vets, to the net control, and let them know what's happening on the trail that we're taking the advantage of.
And the place where we are right now is one spot on a 100-mile race course from Lake Tahoe to the city of Auburn, California.
This is Callie. She's obviously not an endurance horse. She's a quarter horse, and she can hold her own on any trail. She can go through water. She can go up canyons, over bridges, and that's what sweep horses do. They're solid trail horses so that they can carry the rider and carry the information on to the ride management. What I tell anyone that would like to be a sweep rider is that they want to be able to have a horse that can pony another horse, that can stand on the trail when there's an emergency and stay calm when you really need to be there for a rider or for another horse. Most of the horses go through a qualification, well they all do, before they become sweep riders and sweep horses. And there's a range of things that they need to do. They need to be able to back up on the trail, they need to be friendly horses, they need to not kick, they need to be able to get along in groups. And it's really a wonderful opportunity to bond with your horse and do something very special.
Each sweep team is a horse and human pair that join a team of 2 to 4 riders. To become a pair with your horse, you must pass a qualification ride in the spring. We hold between 2 and 4 qualification rides where you show up with your horse, you demonstrate various abilities from being able to stand quietly in a group, trot fast in a group, back up hills, side pass, cross creeks, tail your horse, pony another horse, allow your horse to be pony, and many more. Basically, we are working animals that are also fit enough to keep up with Tevis competitors. Some animals are endurance rides animals, some others are merely pleasure animals that are fit enough to tackle the trails of the Western States Trail.
When we do, for instance, the Tevis 100 miles, we divide up into 10 teams. Each one does a section, anything from as small as 4 miles to 23 miles. And those are the sections that the teams take over and sweep behind the last riders on the trail.
Today, I rode from Robinson Flat to Dusty Corners. It's approximately a 9-mile sweep. We did not have any incidents. We kept a fast pace. We finished the ride in 1 hour and 20 minutes. We came across the final rider at our end destination of Dusty Corners, and the next sweep followed them down the trail towards the Swinging Bridge Canyon. Later today at 4 a.m. I will be starting at Lower Quarry and riding the final 6 miles of the Western States Trail to the finish at the Auburn Overlook. Hopefully this too will be a fun sweep with no incidences. However, in every year, there is at least one incident on the trail, usually many, where sweep teams are a vital resource in establishing communication lines so that ride management is able to bring help resources from medical teams to evacuation helicopters to take care of riders and horses in need.
The veterinarians are here as advocates for the horse, period. You know, we're here for the safety of the horse. Yes, we want to help the riders, encourage them to finish and so on, but we're here primarily for the horse, and making sure that people, you know, some people are more competitive than others, and they push it a little too much, you know, and so on. And we have a full set of parameters that we go through, from the cardiac recovery index at every check, and mucous membranes, skin tenting, gut sounds, and so on and so forth, that we look at. And again, I think all of us that are involved with this are passionate about it, and we want to be friendly with the riders, but and encourage them, frankly, but as long as they're taking good care of their horse.
We relieve each other. So it's not a horse that needs to do a 100-mile or a 50-mile endurance race. It's a very calm, solid horse that supports the rider and allows us to be able to be on the trail for the event and for the participants. As a sweep rider, obviously one of the most important things is you want to have a comfortable saddle, something that fits you, something that you're used to riding on, and something that the horse is comfortable with. Some of the other things that we do carry, just to help us on the trails, we always have an extra flashlight. You never know when you're out a lot longer than you think you might be. You have a hoof pick. We carry some first aid supplies, extra water, usually rope, maybe some vet wrap, and just a few other essentials that we might be using on the trail. Each team for the Sweep Riders of the Sierra obviously needs to be able to communicate with net control. Our main purpose is to provide that communication. We have a ham radio operator on every team, and this is what we use. We have an antenna mounted on helmet, and this way we're able to communicate with the ride management, let them know what the incidents are on the trail, where the last horses are, when the vets and the aid stations can shut down. And it's a really good way to provide the ears and the eyes for the ride management. And that's the main purpose of the Sweep Riders. So if you're at all interested in joining us as a volunteer for Sweep Riders of the Sierra, the website is sweepriders.org. You can find a lot of information on the net, and all of our board members are listed, and we hope that you decide to possibly make sweep riding one of your volunteer activities. You can learn the trail. It's a wonderful way to see sections of the Western States Trail that you probably wouldn't be able to ride, and you have a group of supportive volunteers and team members that will help you do that. So join us if you can. As a sweep rider volunteer, one of the most rewarding things really is knowing that you can help someone. One of the Tevis riders that came to one of our meetings shared a story with us last year, and I still remember how important that was. It was important when he had an accident on the trail that he knew someone was going to come. Someone was going to be there. Someone was going to help him and his horse. And that's really the most rewarding part of being a sweep rider, is knowing that you can help.